Hey guys, how you doing? It's Mitch here, coming right back at you. Just got done with our cruise, our four Hawaiian island cruise there on the Emerald Princess line there. Also to include Ensenada. So I want to give you guys a review of what we experienced and give you my little points of overview here for our tour there, our vacation, shall we say. Overall, it was great. I thought if you look at every single point on that cruise, I'd give it a strong 8.5. It was a really great cruise for us. We really enjoyed it. This is our second cruise only, so we only have one comparison, which was the MSC line back in December. So let's start from the start, okay? So the Embarking. So Embarking was pretty easy. We give that about an 8.5 out of 10. We were early, so we had to wait, which is good, but it was nice too because the time they said that it would be done, it was done earlier, so our room was ready before the time they said it would be done. So that's always a good thing, right? So that was cool. The restaurants, there were 3 restaurants there that were, for the most part, free. Now, when I say for the most part free, I mean things I ordered, my wife ordered, those are free, but they have like small items at the bottom of the menu that you can pay extra for, maybe steak, filet mignon, whatever, a little bit extra for those extra items, Drinks, of course, too, will cost you as well. So for us, it was free because we don't drink and we just stuck to the menu for the most part. So 3 different restaurants on there. They're pretty nice. They're all Italian type flavored, shall we say, restaurants there, So again, I give those about 8.5 out of 10. It was nice to go there. A good ambiance. And also too, one thing, if you don't mind, if you can deviate from sitting with your partner only, if you don't mind doing what they call a shared table, that means that you will sit like in a table that seats about 8 or 10 people. You will sit there with other people from other parts of the state, of the country, basically. And so if you don't have an issue with that, you can get served a lot faster. Now, if you just want to have a one-on-one with your spouse, well, a more romantic time, whatever you want to do, I get that's fine. Maybe it's outside of your comfort zone to sit with other people. I get that too. That's also fine. But if you don't want to wait too long, you can get to call a shared table, and those things move pretty quick. So we did that almost every time we went to the restaurant. We sat in a shared event. So we would sit here, and people would be here, and someone here, someone here, someone here, all around you. And typically people will say, hey, what's your name, where you're from, things like that. It's usually just small talk around the table for dinner, if you don't mind doing that. So that was about 8 out of 10 as well. There are also some specialty restaurants on board, though. I didn't go to any of those. I didn't see it just didn't make sense to me, right? Because the 3 restaurants that were there, they did a great job. So I didn't need to go anywhere else more special. But some folks did go there, and what I heard, they really enjoyed the specialty restaurants, So I cannot give that a rating because I didn't go there myself. But from what I've heard, they were pretty nice, Activities. There are a lot of things to do on the Emerald Princess. There were more on the MSC line, MSC Seascape back in December. But there are enough things to do, I think, to keep you fulfilled throughout the whole 16 or 17 day voyage there for yourself on the ship. You got to figure because the ship left LA, Hawaii bound, right? So you're going to have, 4 or 5 days at sea. So the ship has to come with a lot of self-contained activities to make sure people are happy or, entertained or whatever, right? So they did a pretty good job, I thought, there and back, of course. Now, some folks, they wanted more things to do, because they're comparing their other cruises to this cruise here. And I get that too, right? That's usually just, they're comparing like they're more like a bigger casino, I was told. Some places had more restaurants, more games going on and things of that nature. But for me and my wife, that it was okay. We weren't really hurting. It was no big deal for us, of course. But because we're pretty much self-entertaining people anyway, so we don't need a whole lot to make us happy though. The room was great. We had a balcony. I liked that a lot. It was fantastic. We liked the whole ambiance of the balcony area there. We were near the front, so the room itself is nice. But what made it a 10 out of 10 was our person who worked the room was named Prince. Prince is from the Philippines. Really great guy, really attentive. Really fun to engage with every day. You guys probably know by now from my videos, I really like the staff. I really like talking to the staff, saying how they're doing, getting beyond the hello, sir, or that stuff, and we got, I'd like to get down to the same level as people who make sure I'm happy. You know, they're there to make sure I'm happy, and I really appreciate it. My wife appreciated it. You know, we really we know the work they do, because on average they all work at least 12 hours a day. Some work 13 or 14 hours a day. And when someone's pushing those kind of hours, you should always be respectful. So I always am. But I'm also friendly too to them, because that's how I am, and they're just nice, friendly people as well. So the room was a 10 because we had a great person taking care of us. His name is Prince. So he's a great guy. And Prince, thank you very much for everything you did for us, because you helped to make it very enjoyable for us. You know, so I want to tell you thank you for that. Also, too, we're going to say the casino. Now, I didn't play any of the casino games at all, but my second day there, I did see a guy. He had a spade flush. No, he had a club flush on the poker game. The poker game there. He won $8,000. So there you go, guys. It does happen, I guess, right? He paid for his cruise basically plus some, you know. So he did pretty good. I never got to go into the casino this time. I just didn't have a. I just wasn't interested this time, but there were some big wins that I've heard that came out of the casino, so that was pretty good, I guess. You know, that's not bad at all. Also, I want to say that the overall, all the staff, right, not just Prince, you know, the staff who worked like in the pizza place, the staff who took care of, make sure there were chairs there for everybody, the staff who made sure there were movies on, the staff who played games with the passengers. You know, I'm telling you, for me, from my experience personally, that's the biggest 10 of 10 that I saw. That's a huge 10 for me there, because they were just awesome people, I thought. You know, that's my personal opinion. And they're really great folks, you know. So the excursions, well, my wife and I, we're kind of resourceful, so we really don't use excursions very much, because we have found that even on our last cruise as well, that we like to walk anyway. So we found that when we walk, we go into the same places those excursions go into, just $400 or $500 cheaper, because we're walking, right? So we just didn't do that, you know. Another thing too, we did this time around for 2 of the 4 islands, we did we rented a car, a Turo card. It's like the B&B of cars, you know. So just go online, Turo, you'll see it. No, I don't get paid for Turo. No, it's not a commercial for them at all. I just want to tell you though, for us, it was easy to use that app. What those guys said they're going to do for us with their cars, they came through both times beautifully. So it's really great for us to have a car instead of having an excursion. We like to be more free, you know. The excursions are great, but you're in a van with everybody else. You go where they want to take you to, blah, blah, blah. We didn't want to do that. So that just wasn't for us. Also, too, some of the acts. Now, they had a few acts on the cruise ship. Now, the MSC line have more theater acts. I like theater. I like to sing, and that's kind of my kind of thing. I like to see, you know. The Princess had a couple of nice acts, so really good theater and singing, you know. One guy did a really good job with magic and comedy. I thought he was really funny and engaging. I liked him a lot as well. A couple of the acts just were not up to snuff, I thought, you know. But maybe they're evolving, maybe they'll get better, who knows, you know. You guys know I'm not very picky with most things, but when it comes to the entertainment, I like to see theater, I like to see singing and stuff like that, you know. So there were a few on the 17 days trip. There weren't a lot, but there were a few. But the ones they did have, really good. So there wasn't, you know, you really can't complain about the ones that were there. The comedians were okay too. They weren't that bad, I thought, you know. It was okay, I thought, you know. Also too, for the food. Now, what we did the restaurants a lot for dinner, but the buffets were for us for breakfast and also lunch. The buffet food to me was great, but you guys know me, I'm not Mr. Picky. I'm not hard about eating food, you know. So I enjoyed the buffet. I enjoyed the awesome choices of food there, you know. We just really enjoyed that. So I didn't have a problem with that at all, you know. If you guys are kind of like a laid-back kind of person, you know, and you're not a high maintenance, then the buffet's for you. But if you're a high maintenance person, you gotta have somebody there with you to serve you, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Buffet's not gonna be for you, okay? It's gonna be the restaurant for you, of course, where someone can serve you hand and foot, you know. I'm not that kind of guy. I never was. So the buffets are perfect for me. You know, I had no problem with that at all. We did have one issue on the ship. David, he's a human resources manager. He took care of us as well. He took care of us quickly. You know, the minute he heard about us have a little issue there within half an hour, we got a call from this guy. He was great. We saw him before we left the ship too, and just an awesome guy. David W. for Human Resources, Emerald Princess. Really awesome guy. If you see him too, please give him a shout out from us as well. You know, because I thought he really came through and he gave us a big hand. Now, a couple of things you guys want to know is the spa area. That looked pretty good. My wife went there a few times. She enjoyed it, you know. The staff there are very nice there. They're very professional, you know. It's a really good place to be if you want to go there. Also up there, too, is the gym. A lot of folks were using the gym, it seems, so that was good, too. So those are some pretty good highlights of our cruise. Again, I'm not a Mr. 900,000 cruise guy. It's only our second cruise ever. So overall, I enjoyed it. I give it a 9.2 out of 10 because for me, it was fun. The main thing for me to go on a cruise is not to be treated like a king. That's not my style. The reason why I go on cruises is to forget about reality for a while, right? So, you know, I don't have to work, you know, I don't have to answer any calls, no emails, none of that stuff, you know. That's why I like to go on a cruises, just to forget about reality for a while. And the minute you get on the ship, you get to forget about reality for a while. So that's my thing, you know. I know other vloggers have different ideas of what a cruise should be like. I know many of them are much more picky than I am, and I understand that too, you know. But I'm not a picky kind of guy, you know. I just like to I enjoy the people, the staff, for sure. My wife is happy. I'm happy on the cruise. That's all that really mattered to me, you know. And so overall, 9.2 out of 10. It was really great. Please leave me some comments down below if you like. Also, please subscribe as well. I would really appreciate that. And also, too, I want to tell you guys, though, if you're going to take a cruise anywhere, you know, this is my second time ever doing a cruise, right? But if you're going to take a cruise anywhere, I'll just give you one big recommendation. Bring some patience with you. Be patient, because there's a lot of people, not just you, on this ship, you know. And yes, we all pay good money to be on the ship. I get that too. It's fine. But bring some patience with you, and you're going to have a really good time, okay? Oh, last thing, the drink packages. I don't know, because we don't drink. So you want to make sure you get the package you want, and good luck with that, okay? All right, you guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.